What if, in the middle of chaos, the only thing that could save you is your ability to stay calm? Not strength, not speed, but calmness. This is the story of a tiny sparrow who survived the worst storm, not by running away, but by staying still, in a quiet village, surrounded by golden fields and tall trees, lived a small sparrow named Chinu. She was tiny, with soft brown feathers and bright, curious eyes. Her home was a cozy little nest, built carefully on a strong neem tree. Every morning, as the sun rose slowly in the sky, Chinu would wake up with a cheerful chirp. She would spread her wings and fly freely across the open sky. Life was simple. Food was easy to find. The air was fresh, and the world felt safe. She had many friends, too. Pigeons, parrots, and minas. They would spend their days flying together, playing in the wind, and singing without a worry. Everything felt perfect. But one afternoon, something began to change. The bright blue sky slowly faded. As dark clouds gathered above, the wind started to blow harder, rustling the leaves, bending the branches. There was a strange silence in the air. Suddenly, an old crow, known for his wisdom, landed on a branch. His voice was serious. "A storm is coming," he said. "And not just any storm. One of the strongest we've seen." The birds froze. Fear spread quickly. What do we do? Where do we go? We can't stay here. Panic filled the sky. Birds began flying in every direction, trying to escape the danger. In the middle of all this chaos, Chinu sat quietly near her nest. She looked at the sky, then at her home. Her friend, a young pigeon, rushed toward her. "Chinu, why are you still here? Come with us, it's not safe." Chinu took a deep breath. Her voice was soft but steady. "Yes, the storm will be strong, but running without thinking won't protect us." The pigeon looked confused. Chinu continued. "I built my nest carefully, on a strong branch, covered by thick leaves. I prepared for times like this. If I stay calm and trust my preparation, I will be safe." The pigeon hesitated. For a moment, he almost believed her. But fear was louder. "I can't risk it," he said, and flew away. One by one, all the birds disappeared into the sky. And soon, Chinu was alone. The wind grew louder. It howled through the trees, like a warning. The branches shook violently. Thunder roared across the sky, and flashes of lightning tore through the clouds. Then the rain came. Heavy, cold, relentless. Chinu held onto her nest tightly. Her tiny body trembled as the storm surrounded her. Water soaked her feathers. The wind pushed against her. For a moment, fear crept into her heart. But she didn't move. She didn't try to escape. She didn't panic. She closed her eyes and stayed still. The storm became even stronger. A loud crack echoed. A branch nearby broke and fell. The tree swayed dangerously. Chinu's heart raced. What if my nest breaks? What if I made the wrong choice? Doubt filled her mind. Fear whispered, telling her to run. But then, she remembered something. A voice from the past. Her mother's voice. "Dove in the worst storms. The calmest mind survives." Chinu took a slow, deep breath and held on tighter. Not with fear, but with trust. Hours passed. Slowly, the storm began to fade. The wind softened. The rain slowed. The thunder grew distant. And finally, silence. Chinu slowly opened her eyes. The sky was clearing. Sunlight broke through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the land. She looked around. Her nest was still there. Her tree still stood strong. And she had survived. The next morning, the sky was calm again. Birds began returning. One by one. They looked tired, shaken, and lost. Many had lost their nests. Many had nowhere to go. The pigeon who had left returned and saw Chinu. "You stayed?" he asked, surprised. Chinu nodded gently. "Yes, I stayed." The pigeon looked down. "Maybe running wasn't the answer," he said quietly. Chinu looked at him with calm, understanding eyes. "Fear makes us rush," she said. "But rushing can lead to mistakes. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is to stay calm, to think clearly, to trust yourself, and to face the storm instead of running from it." The pigeon nodded slowly. He had learned something valuable. And from that day on, Chinu was no longer just a small sparrow. She became a symbol of calmness and quiet strength.